I did a track weekend recently at Virginia International Raceway, or VIR, and decided to try out their trackside hotel rooms. Specifically, I stayed in their pit lane suites located right in the paddock above the garages. If you've ever wondered what it's like to stay at a hotel on a renowned racing circuit, check this out. So, a little bit about VIR. This sprawling track just over the Virginia side of the Virginia-North Carolina border has been around since the late 1950s. Like a lot of old tracks, it was born out of twisty country back roads, and it still has some of that country road charm. It's definitely a bucket list track for anyone into motorsports. But it's also a nice place for the casual car racing fan to just come and visit. That's right, anyone can go online and book a room here. You don't have to be a race car driver. But if you're like me and you've for some reason decided that pushing your luck on four wheels is your hobby, then the pit lane suites are a convenient option when coming to VIR. Most of the nearby hotels are a solid 30 minutes away in Danville, Virginia. These particular rooms are located right in the paddock. There are garages below that you can also rent, although they are not included with the room. Even if you're not renting a garage, there is parking for your car and trailer right out front. Let's head upstairs and check out the room. As far as I know, these pit lane rooms are all about the same. Oh, and no one is giving me anything to do this review, so you'll get my honest opinion. I'll give you a quick tour and then I'll rate everything on a scale of 10. Nice little track map here. Got my parking pass. Got one of those coffee pod things with a couple different flavors. Assortment of snacks and some water. This is free, by the way. So there's some like light stains in the bedspreads, but they look clean. Got a little clock radio here with an alarm. A bunch of USB outlets, which I really like, that they have USB outlets and 110 outlets on each side of the bed. That's pretty cool. And this old-timey thing here, I think that's called a telephone. So you got this cubby area over here for all your junk. You got some hangers and some extra towels, it looks like. So you got a vanity over here with a nice lighted mirror, a hairdryer, tissues, a whole bunch of soaps and things, hand towels, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and lotion, as well as like hand soap. They've got it all covered. Here's the bathroom itself. Got some American muscle on here. And you got a stall shower. It's a pretty good sized shower. Everything looks pretty clean in here. A little dingy down here in the corner. A little mold. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, a little dingy in the drain. But, I don't know, overall, shower's pretty clean. All the furniture looks like it's in pretty good condition. I think they renovated this place back in 2020. So everything still looks like pretty new. Nothing's beat up or scratched. It's kind of surprising because it is a racetrack and we're pretty rough on stuff. Got some nice artwork up here. Showing my age here, but this is how I unwind at racetracks. Just sit and watch Seinfeld. I swear this chair weighed at least 50 pounds. Probably to keep you from hauling it out to the balcony. Set of brochures and stuff. Some information about track and the area. Alright, let's check out the bed really quick. Yeah, everything looks pretty nice and clean, white. Other bed was also nice and clean. So it's getting late and I gotta be up early tomorrow, so I'm gonna get some food, get some sleep, and then we'll check out the view tomorrow and hit the racetrack. When I say these are trackside, I mean it. The balcony overhangs the pit lane. It is only a dozen or so yards from turn 17 and the final straight up to the start-finish line. Cars not entering the pits are at wide open throttle here, and there is no sound limit at VIR, so it's loud. But the view, in my opinion, is excellent, and so is the sound. In fact, let's take a moment to listen to this chaser. When there aren't cars racing by, it's tranquil. This was around sunrise. So what did I think of my pit lane suite? Let's break it down. Cleanliness. Aside from some stains in the bedspread, and yeah, I don't know what that was in the shower, everything else was spotless, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Comfort. The bed was comfortable, I slept really well. AC worked fine and wasn't loud. And I like this hefty chair. I do wish they had a single king bed option with maybe a little couch or something, but I had no issues. 9 out of 10. Noise. If cars are on track, I think you get the point. Don't stay at a racing circuit if you don't want to listen to that. The rooms aren't paper thin, but they aren't soundproof either. When cars are on track, you're going to have trouble hearing the TV or even a conversation at times. There are also garages below you, so you might hear some air tools or mechanic banter going on after hours. But during my stay, it got very quiet at night. I was hoping for a big party scene, but we all had to be up early. 4 out of 10, and I ain't complaining. Features. This place had just about everything you would expect out of a mid-tier hotel room. Nice little shampoos and soap, free snacks and water, plenty of towels and linens, a coffee thing for you coffee people.
I'm more of a Mountain Dew guy myself.
I made good use of the fridge. They had DirecTV with a good selection of channels. Oh look, Cops is on. The only thing I thought was missing was a microwave, since most of the food options are a good drive away. There's no free continental breakfast, although they do have some breakfast options for purchase at the concessions across the paddock. No pool or gym here, but there is a racetrack. Not many hotels can check that box. If I had one gripe for the weekend, it was the check-in check-out times. Check-in listed on the website as at 5:30 p.m., although the gates didn't open until 6:30 on the day I arrived. I'm guessing there was another event going on before that. That's fine, but the 11 a.m. checkout time seems early. I didn't stay the third night, so I had to pack up my stuff in between track sessions. All things considered, I'll still give it a solid 8 out of 10. Location. Location is a weird one. You're pretty far from city conveniences, interstates, gas stations, well, unless you want to pay racetrack prices for gas. But if you're staying at VIR, you're here to be at the racetrack, and you physically can't stay any closer. I'm not a morning person, and being able to just stroll out of my room to the 7:30 drivers meeting in the paddock is worth giving up the ability to walk to McDonald's. And of the different lodging options at VIR, this is one of the most convenient if you're participating in an event. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Parking. Parking is a key concern if you're towing a car trailer. With some hotels, it can be a struggle to find enough space without blocking anyone in, or getting blocked in yourself. Obviously, not a problem here, and parking was free. Of course, it costs extra if you want to rent one of the garages below the rooms. Parking is an easy 10 out of 10. Luxury and theming. The rooms were nice enough, comparable to a mid-tier hotel, your Hamptons and Holidays. The rooms are themed in VIR's signature green, and you'll find various track photos and artwork on the walls. It's nothing over the top, no race car beds sadly, but reminds you that you're at a racing circuit, not a casino. Don't expect marble and mahogany, but a step above budget hotels. I give it a 6 out of 10. Value. I paid $182 a night plus tax for this room, which was higher than average for the area, but was actually less than the Hampton Inn in Danville 30 minutes away. This was in late November at a club track weekend, not a big festival or competition event. I imagine it gets more expensive during certain events at other times of the year. But for my stay, I didn't feel like I was being gouged for the experience. And free parking these days is always appreciated. 9 out of 10. Safety and security. Wait, I'm doing safety last? Don't tell anyone with a mustache. This is another weird one because your room is yards away from cars doing 100 miles an hour. Of course there are barriers and you're a couple floors up, but I guess you can't totally ignore the obvious. There are also garages directly below the rooms with race cars. Nothing ever goes wrong with those. But all the safety features you'd expect in a hotel room that's up to code are here. Smoke alarms, sprinklers, keycard entry, deadbolts. There is round-the-clock security at VIR. Really, racetracks are one of the few places I feel comfortable leaving my car unlocked. I'll deduct a couple safety points because of the potential for Ford Mustangery, but I still give it an 8 out of 10 in this category. Overall, I enjoyed my stay and would stay here again. These aren't the only room options at VIR. They have another hotel complex called The Lodge near turns 5 and 6. I haven't stayed there, but the rooms look to be about the same online. They also have a more upscale offering overlooking the famed Uphill S's. These are the villas. Then there's also the headquarters, which is a small house up here by the false grid. I think this one sells out really fast. If you're interested in staying at VIR, I put a link to their website in the description. If you enjoyed this, give me a like and subscribe if you want YouTube to show you more of my stuff. I do all sorts of motorsports content. Why, here is some of it now. This has been Unreasonable Speed, thanks for watching.